Welcome back, church. I am Ricky Farley with 70 times 7 Ministry, and today is June 10th, 2021. We're in the book of Micah. In last week, we talked about in chapter 1, the coming judgment of Israel, and we read about the woe of the evildoers. In the end of chapter 2, we learn about the restoration of Israel, and in 3, the wicked rulers and the prophets. But we're going to move ahead to chapter 4, and in chapter 4, we learn of the Lord's reign in Zion. Now it shall come to pass in the latter days that the mountains of the Lord's house shall be established on the top of the mountain, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and the people shall flow into it. And many nations shall come and say, Come, and let us go to the mountains of the Lord, the house of the God of Jacob. He will teach us his ways, and we shall walk in his path. For out of Zion the law shall go forth, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. He shall judge between many people, and rebuke strong nations afar off. They shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Okay, this phrase we also find in Isaiah 2:4. And like I said, Isaiah was one of Micah's counterparts. But if we remember back when we're in the book of Joel in 3:9, they were beating their plowshares into swords and their pruning hooks into spears. So they were getting ready for war. And this is the exact opposite. So what this here is talking about is a time of peace. And this is complete and utter peace, as we see. Nation shall not lift up swords against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. But everyone shall sit under his vine and under his fig tree, and no one shall make them afraid. For the mouth of the Lord our host has spoken. For all the people walk each in the name of his God, but we will walk in the name of the Lord our God forever and ever. And that is really sets a picture of what it's going to be like in the latter times after sin is totally abolished and the Lord rules completely once and for all, and sin is no more. Our memory verse for today is in Romans 5:1. And therefore, since we have been justified by faith, we have peace with God through the Lord Jesus Christ. If you like what you heard here today, please share it with a friend.